Our venue is the beautiful Marylebone Church in the heart of London. Thank you for joining us with this live stream to celebrate the success of our students who are being awarded today for their excellent effort, progress and achievement. We are all looking forward to enjoying the musical performances from our talented students and staff.
Hello and welcome to the DLD Awards ceremony on the 1st of May 2015. First of all, thank you very much to Antoine Assaf, who was playing the beautiful music we heard when we came in. So another round of applause for him, please. Today is a celebration of the achievements of our students, the efforts of our students and their progress during the year. And we have some wonderful performances for you this afternoon as well. And I'm not going to stay here too long and waste your time. We want to get straight to the talent. So first of all, after introducing our dignified guests, Baroness Perry, who is our friend of the college, Julian Drinkall, who is the Chief Executive of Alpha Plus. We have Richard Purchase, who is the Director of Colleges, and also with us we have Rick Jones, who's the Director of Property. And you'll be seeing some of them later on presenting awards. But first of all, I'd like to introduce to you Munk Damba Okia, who's going to be performing Nocturne in E minor by Frédéric Chopin. That was wonderful. Also welcome to our special guest as well, Sir John Ritblatt. Thank you for being here. Now I would like to introduce Emily Antoine, who is going to perform Il Faut Partir by Donizetti, accompanied by Dr. Katie de la Mata. And now I'd like to introduce the principal of DLD College, Rachel Borland.
Excellent, thank you. A couple of little bits of housekeeping that I think we've overlooked before we begin this afternoon. We do need to make sure that your mobile devices are switched off or on silent so nobody embarrasses themselves. Although yesterday I was reminded about the fact that the terminology of mobile device no longer exists because we don't have any immobile devices. But you know what I mean. Just make sure they're on silent. That's the first thing. And secondly, just a second reminder that we are being live streamed. So I think Michael's already said we need to be smiling, we need to look happy, because if your parents are not watching live, hopefully students, you have asked them to look at you later. So again, we want to show that we're having a good time. Now, we are in, yet again, this beautiful church on, sadly, what is probably looking to be the last occasion it will come here. I say probably because you never know, and we might have an occasion in the future that we come back to our old friend. But just take a minute or two, so you've got that lasting memory to be looking up and around yourself and sort of have a photo in your head of some very brilliant memories that DLD College has been sharing in this church. We are here for a celebration, and there are a great number of students out here that will be coming up to collect awards because of their efforts and their hard work and endurance over this term. Michael has already welcomed our special guests, but it leaves it to me to say welcome to parents, agents, any visitors or friends of the family, staff and students. But award winners, we're looking at you, you're looking very smart today, and we're hoping that we can see different faces up here next year, because what I'm going to say will be the theme on not giving up today. So we're talking about success, and success comes to all of us at slightly different paces. Some of us can run to get there, some of us have to take a slightly smaller step forward. And the mistake that we sometimes make is comparing ourselves to our friends and our colleagues, who by comparison might be looking to be doing things slightly better. However, let's not have that comparison. Let us look for strategies in ourselves that will get us to where we need to be. Because, and I'm going to quote, obviously, from Darwin, who said, and please, students in particular, I want you to listen carefully. Not that there is a test, but it's one of these things that is a good thing to roll out in life. Darwin said, "It is not the strongest species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the ones that are most responsive to change." Now, change. A move to Westminster Bridge Road, leaving DLD for university, moving from GCSEs to A-levels, AS to A2, turning 16 from 15, moving from London to Cambridge. Change, a small word, but very, very big implications. And it's about being prepared. It's about being realistic, but on top of everything else, it's about what works for you. And as I said, you putting those changes into your life so that that success does come your way. Change your ways to succeed. I'm going to say that again. Change your ways to succeed. Because after all, what we mustn't do is to give up. Now, over the course of this year, last year, we sometimes get to the brink of a student almost giving up, and somehow as a team we manage to rally around and pull that student up. We are so close to the examination period now. We really urge all of you, and I know Robin is going to be sharing this in his speech later on, we do not want so close to the examination any student giving up. And again, I've got a second famous quote that I'd like you to listen to and hopefully retain. And this is from Churchill. 1941, Churchill went to address the boys at Harrow School, and the speech was entitled, "Those Are Great Days." Now, I don't pretend to remember it, so I'm going to read it. And again, to quote, "Never give in. Never give in. Never, 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 never give in. In nothing great or small, large or petty, never give in. Except to convictions of honour and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. Never give in. So, to all our award winners here this afternoon, this is about your afternoon, and we join everybody in the college community to say congratulations, really from the bottom of our hearts. However, and there is always a however, we are all winners in some shape or form. So thank you very much, and I understand that we're moving straight on to another beautiful musical interlude. And we need to get to that level 3 again, because it would be a shame if we left this church with the roof intact. So can we just recognise the performers that we've had in practice for getting up to that level 3? So we've had Monk and we've had Emile. Congratulations to them, well done. A really big one.
And next, different from the program here, Melanie Hari Krishna is going to be performing O del mio dolce ardor by Gluck, accompanied by Dr. Katie de la Mata. And now it is our pleasure to welcome a very special guest, the Right Honourable Baroness Perry of Southwark.
Well, thank you very much for that kind welcome. It's always a huge privilege to be involved with anything that DLD does, because what DLD does, it does extraordinarily well. So it's my privilege this afternoon to say, first of all, congratulations to the young people who are receiving their awards today. Your award is the result of a lot of your hard work and a lot of your aspiration and ambition. But I would like also to say congratulations to your teachers, because you didn't do it entirely on your own. Very good teachers, which DLD has provided you with, have enabled you to fulfill the ambitions that you had for yourself. So a big congratulations to the teachers, to the principal, and to all who are involved in having made your experience here at DLD so very special. But I have to say that I also want to congratulate another group of people who are here today, and that's your parents. Your parents, after all, had the very good sense to choose DLD for you to come with, I'm sure, with full consultation with you about where you wanted to go. They have paid for you, they've looked after you, they've nurtured you, and they've brought you all through your life to the point where you now are. So, mothers, fathers, families, congratulations to you as well on your very successful children. DLD is about a lot of things. But for me, more than anything else, it's about aspiration. One of my favourite quotes, and we've had beautiful quotations from the principal already today, but one of my very favourite quotes comes from the author Betty Friedan, who said, "Ambition is the thing which makes of your life a work of art, and not a series of haphazard incidents." Just think about that. Ambition is that which makes of your life a work of art. So what she was saying really was that you are in charge of painting that work of art which is your life. And in order to do that, you need to have your own ambitions and your own aspirations clear in your head. It doesn't mean that you're going to be rich and famous or Prime Minister or Archbishop of Canterbury or any of the other things, or even a famous movie star or anything else. But it means that what it is you inside yourself really want to be is something that you can achieve and work to. We can't all do huge, great things, but we can do small things in a very great way. And that, I think, is what DLD has given you the right to formulate your ambitions, to formulate your aspirations, and to achieve them. So I say to you today, get your ambition in good shape. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious. It is painting your work of art. And as you go forward into whatever the next stage is, whether it's moving up to the next set of exams, or moving out to university, moving into a job, or whatever your next move is, let it be something that is part of your work of art. And I give you my very good wishes and my congratulations and my very, very great pride in all that DLD is and has done for you. Thank you.
And now, Caroline Vane is going to perform a song for us, and it's called Candles by Daughter.
the night, out of the hum of the street lights and into a forest. I'll do whatever you say to me in the dark. I'm scared I'll be torn apart by a wolf in mask, a familiar name on a birthday card. Blow out all the candles, blow out all the candles. You're too old to be so shy, he says to me, so I stay the night. It's just a young heart confusing my mind, and we're both in the silence. Both in silence. Why? Like we're in a crime scene. Brittle bones, it seems I bite my tongue and I torch my dreams. Have a little voice to speak with, and a mind of thoughts and secrecy. Things cannot be reversed. We learn from the times that we are cursed. Things cannot be reversed. We learn from the ones we fear the worst, and learn from the ones we hate the most. How to blow out all the candles, blow out all the candles. You're too old to be so shy, he says to me, so I stay the night. It's just a young heart confusing my mind, and we're both in silence. Both in silence. Like we're in a crime scene. And you know I'll never be your lover. I only bring the heat, company undercover, filling the space that we won't keep, that we can't keep. But I'll never be your lover. I only bring the heat, company undercover, filling the space that we won't keep, that we can't keep. So please just blow out all the candles, blow out all the candles. You're too old to be so shy, he says to me, so I stay the night. It's just a young heart confusing my mind, and we're both in silence. Both in silence. Like we're in a crime scene.
There's so much talent on display here this afternoon, and it's all so different. It's really wonderful to see and hear. Next, I'd like to introduce Mikhail Bozilev, who's going to perform the first movement of the Piano Sonata number 8 in C minor by Beethoven. That was amazing again. Now I'd like to introduce someone who is a good example for you students at DLD, because it's always wonderful to see what happens to people once they leave. And Baroness Perry mentioned going off to university earlier on. We're happy to have one of our alumna here today, as Baroness Perry corrected me when I was speaking to her, an alumna of DLD College who was also the valedictorian student at the Marylebone campus last summer. And she would like to explain to you some of the things that she feels about having been at college and perhaps what she's been doing since then. So I'd like to introduce Gabrielle Watts.
Good afternoon. I'd like to start off by thanking Aris for asking me to come back on such a landmark event. Today is a very special day because we are celebrating the success of you all. The ceremony itself is symbolic since it marks the end of DLD's time in Marylebone. So it is safe to say that another chapter in DLD's long and remarkable history is coming to a close, but another even more ambitious one is opening. I'm currently a law student at the London School of Economics, and I left DLD 1 year ago. I can truly say that my time here was the best times of my lives. Though the stresses and strains of academic life cannot be ignored, the tests, the deadlines, and most importantly, the end-of-year exams, DLD truly provides a very supporting environment, really seeking to ensure the well-being and prosperity of all of its students. I finished here with 3 A-levels in government politics, history, and economics, and I managed to obtain 2 A stars and an A, achieving 100% in my final year government politics and economics exams. Undoubtedly, I'm elated about my results, but I would like to eradicate some of the misconceptions which are immediately made when you hear good grades. Often it's believed that these people are simply clever, but this isn't necessarily the case. All of you have the abilities to do this. Whilst it is indeed easier for some and maybe not for others, this isn't any excuse for you not to achieve the best that you personally can, because this is an equally worthwhile achievement. Indeed, it does take hard work. For example, when a sculptor wants to create a sculpture out of a piece of work, he doesn't do this in one single step. He works away at it. And this is what we must all do. We must shape and carve out a future for ourselves, and we can only do this through hard work. But hard work comes with sacrifices, and probably right now, if I'm telling you the truth, it's going to be in your social lives. But I must admit, it is so worthwhile. I simply could not have chosen to have done my A-levels at a much better place. My teachers were absolutely amazing, and I thank them so much for everything they've done for me. Daniel Woodley, my government politics teacher, is quite simply one of the most intelligent people I've had the great fortune to meet. I stick by my view that what he doesn't know about politics is simply not worth knowing, and he really enhanced my interest in international relations. And it really is that because of him, I would really like to consider specialising in international law, hopefully as a barrister one day. Greg Slies, my history teacher, is likewise an expert in the field that he teaches and is also very intelligent. He provided us with many humble articles, and he provided us with many new perspectives on complex issues, and he did this using a highly technical method which he used to call throwing ideas in the pot. Jim Leach and Dave Deneen, my AS and A2 economics teachers, really pushed me in economics, and they are honestly the best economics teachers I could have ever wished for. And I think I can safely say in the country, because I've compared some of the opinions that my friends have had about their economics teachers, and I think you guys are the best. I really would like to thank you for your patience in managing my very poor mathematical abilities. They really are quite shocking, I must admit. And they often tried a variety of techniques to really make sure that I understood an issue. And even then, it was hard, but they really did, stick with me. I'd also like to pay thank you to Magnus Bradshaw, who is my AS Religious Studies teacher. The sheer knowledge he knows about religious studies is beyond belief, and he has a very good way of drilling quotes into your head, especially from Ken Ham. As can be seen, you have the great fortune to be taught by experts in their field, in one of the best colleges in the UK. The hard work and investment that DLD invests into all of you will really pay off. I feel so fortunate to be at the LSE, and find out that I actually got in was one of the best rewards I could have ever wished for. It really is a spectacular institution, and the law department, the students and staff are first class. I've constantly stated for several years now, probably sounding like a stuck record, that I've always wanted to be a barrister. and I couldn't think of a better place to study law other than the LSE. However, the truth is that I haven't made it at all, and whilst I'm very honoured to be standing up here now, I've got a lot of hard work to do. I've got a very long road ahead of me and a lot of things to learn. However, I can say that DLD has given me an excellent toolbox to start my university life with, and what I hope will be my legal career. So I really, really wish you the best of luck with all of your exams, because all of you do have the abilities to do it, despite the fact you don't believe it. So I feel exactly the same as you. So work hard, and I'm wishing you all the luck. Thank you very much.
Somebody better tell them while they're here, 'cause they may just run away from you. You'll never know what went wrong, then again it just depends on how long a time is left for you. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest rivers. You can have it all, but life keeps moving. Now take it in, but don't look down, 'cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, holding it for a while. Take it with me if I can, dreaming of this since a child, 'cause I'm on top of the world. I've tried to cut these corners, try to take the easy way out. I kept on falling short of something. I could have given up, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down, 'cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, holding it in for a while. Take it with me if I can, been dreaming of this since a child, 'cause I'm on top of the world. I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up when you hit the ground. Get up now, get up now. Get up now. And I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up when you hit the ground. Get up now, get up, get up now, 'cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Waiting on this for a while now, and paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, and holding it in for a while. Take it with me if I can, been dreaming of this since a child, 'cause I'm on top of the world. It's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up when you're waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile. It's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up when you're take it with me if I can, dreaming of this since a child, 'cause I'm on top of the world.
Okay, now I'd like to introduce Clara Moschetta, and she's going to be performing a song which is, my voice has gone, she's going to be performing a song which is their own composition called He Told Me, and she's going to be accompanied by Daniel Rodriguez on the piano.
He told me that I'll find him amongst the broken trees. It's why the sun doesn't speak. He told me by the garage houses, concealed by the smoke and the fog.
And now we move to the part of the ceremony where the awards are given out, which is what we're really here for. But what a treat to hear all of the musical performances so far. They've been absolutely amazing. And as I said before, so varied. Could we have another round of applause for all of the musicians and singers? Now we're going to give out the awards in 3 groups, and we have 3 very respectable and honoured and honorary and honourable people to give out, the guests here. And so they're going to do it in 3 rounds. It's going to be a bit of a relay, so we'll be as organised as we can. And first of all, Sir John Ritblatt is going to be giving out the awards to our pre-sessional students, our year 10 students, and our year 11 students. And all of these awards are for achievement, for progress, for effort, for outstanding effort. And so a variety of things that the students have been achieving here. So if we'd like, I'm going to start reading the names, and I will get some wrong, it's inevitable, but I'll do my best.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I say?
Of course.
Can I just say one word? Apart from being very honoured to take part in the prize giving, it was very interesting what Rachel, our principal, said. And she talked about Darwin. And of course, we think of Darwin in terms of the origin of the species. And what I wanted to say was, you're the species. And we're very proud of you. And the future rests with you. We've got an election coming. You've nearly got a vote. But when you do vote, you can have a major impact on events. And you should always remember that democracy is made up of all the millions of you who represent the future. Please don't forget it.
Okay, so the awards for our pre-sessional students. And we're ready to go. Okay. The first award goes to Zin An for academic English. And to Sirui Fang for academic English. To Jackie Hu for PHSE, Business Studies and Academic English. To Shizuo Hu for Maths. To Xianting Huang for PHSE and Business Studies. Come on. To Amir Mokhtari for PE and Academic English. And also to Reza Mokhtari for PE and Academic English. To Harry Liu for academic English, and to Ison Zeng also for overall academic achievement. And now the awards for Year 11, to Simon Bosman for graphics, to Fraser Duncan for outstanding effort in mathematics. To Aliyah Hendra for English, language and literature, for history and for ICT. To Rio Hockey Morley for art. To Fei Jing Lin for academic English. To Martina Magliarella for academic English. To George Melek for English language and English literature. To Aisha Nagieva for art, for history, for English language and for English literature. To Nisha Nielsen for music and for ICT. To Vasily Rublev for biology and mathematics. To Zain Thadani for drama. To Trang To for biology, physics and mathematics. To Han Tran for physics and for mathematics. And Caroline Vane for music, of course, and for ICT. And a short but loud round of applause for all of the Year 10, Year 11 and pre-sessional students. Now I'd like to invite Julian Drinkhall, who is the Chief Executive of Alpha Plus, and he's going to be giving the awards to Year 12 students for A-Level and BTEC. Helena Alexandrova for photography. Thet Su Hai Chan for mathematics and physics. Kostin Bernhardt for mathematics and for photography. Holly Brooks for BTEC Media. Hanzi Tsao for maths and further maths. Munk Damba Okia for art, music and music tech. Serene Hangari for art and for history. Lara Jabara for art. Tessa Krages for psychology. Mahmoud bin Haroun for physics. Oratil Moloko for economics and physics. Seth Nolan McDonough for biology, psychology and English literature. Diego O'Flynn? No, not here. Okay. John Wu for physics. Run. Diego's coming from the back because he was doing something technical. Yeah. Thank you. And this is John, who's physics. Okay? Maths and further maths also. Emily Peterson for biology and for ICT. Daniel Rodriguez for music. There he is. Alexandra Rubleva for business studies and economics. Karabo Sankaloba for economics, physics and mathematics. Kirill Semenov for economics and mathematics. Vlada Sosis for graphics. Elmo Spaethman for religious studies. Isra Taha for biology. Simon Thompson for English literature. Gloria Trifonova for history, for politics, and for English literature. Yep. Meggie Vase for sociology. Yingjiang Wang for academic English and for mathematics. Yuzana Win for Academic English, and Josephine Yi for Academic English. And another short but strong round of applause for all the Year 12 students. And finally, I'd like to invite Richard Purchase, the Director of Colleges, and he's going to be giving awards to the Year 13 students. Serena Bandari for Sociology. Catherine Blair for Geography. Mikhail Bozilev for Music and for Music Tech. Ariel Chen, no, not here. Sabrina Chen for Maths and Further Maths. Zenan Chen for Mathematics. Maher El Babari for BTech Media. Melanie Hari Krishna for Music. Tina Huang for Maths and Further Maths. Yeah, sorry, we're checking a name. Renata Katz for Photography. Dae-Yoon Lee for Art. Rui Liu for Maths and Further Maths. This is the one. We'll get it out of the way now. There's always a little hiccup. Rui Liu has been and gone? No, Rui Liu, again, yeah, from Maths and Further Maths. Wang Qing Liu for Academic English. Wang Qing Liu. That's the next one. Wai Chang Yu is next. We've got lots of similar surnames here. Tracy Mo for Mathematics. Clara Mosqueta for Music. Joanna Nan for Graphics. Pavel Pechev for Business Studies and for Psychology. Evelina Polyakov for Biology, Physics and Further Maths. Gaia Raka for Business Studies, Economics and Politics. Sarah Richardson for Biology and Psychology. Charlie Schneider for Psychology. Freddie Seal for History. Martin Sider for Mathematics and Physics. Alex Cheyenne Kilcare for EPQ. Ed Sibley for Biology. Sitara Singh for the International Foundation Programme. Hendrik So for Mathematics. Richard Sun for Academic English. Mikita Tachenko for International Foundation Program. Daniel Ung for Art History. Millie Unsworth-Webb for English Language and Literature. Yating Wu for Mathematics. Yiping Wu for Mathematics. Sorry, Yiping Zhu. Ziwei Zhu for Photography. Harrison Zhang for Further Mathematics. Humin Zhu for Mathematics. They're not here. And Flora Zhu also for Mathematics. That's everybody. So a big round of applause for Year 13. Thank you very much. Now, the musicians need to set up now, but I'll introduce them as they're getting ready. It's the last piece of musical performance. It's an eclectic medley performed by Carabo Sancaloba, Ivan Self, Alessandro Balzarini, Riccardo Santini, and Gianluca Rinciani. And they're going to be performing lots of songs that you can read in here.
The final ensemble is setting up their instruments. As we come to a close on this day of celebration, I'd like to take a moment to thank you for joining us with this live feed, which has been brought to you by the BTEC Media students at DLD. To see this video again and to explore other BTEC projects, please visit the DLD website.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterworld. A world of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun, day or night. So when you call out that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one. Doctor, everything will be alright. Is everybody mind is dead? Because in this life, things are much harder than in the afterworld. In this life, you're on your own. And if the elevator tries to break you down, go crazy. Party time. If you don't like the world you're living in, take a look around. At least you got your friends. Call my old lady for a friendly word. She picked up her phone, dropped it on the floor. Is all I heard. We ain't gonna let the elevator break us down. Oh no, let's go crazy. Get nuts.
We don't need no education. We don't need no false control. Dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher leaving kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave his kids alone. All in all, they're just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air, and I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care, but you've got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes it seems that life is just too much. and things go wrong no matter what I do. Sometimes it feels like life is just too much. Got the love I need to see me through. When food is gone, you are my daily meal. Oh. When friends are gone, I know my Savior's love is real. You know it's real. Sing! You've got the love. 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 You've got the love.
Take my hand and come with me because you look so fine and I really want to make you mine. Say you look so fine and I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks there. You don't need a money when your face like do you, honey? Big black boots, long brown hair. She's so sweet with her. Get up and share. Like you say, you are with me, but you everything that I say, yeah. I know we ain't got much to say. Before that you get away, yeah. I said, are you gonna be my girl?
1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine and I really want to make you mine. So fine and I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Say you don't need money with a face like that, do it. Big black boots, long brown hair. She's so sweet with her get back sound. I can say you were with me, but you were with another man. I know we ain't got much to say before I let you get away. Yeah. I said, oh, you're gonna be my girl. Girl, are you gonna be my? I said, are you gonna be my girl?
Now, I think that deserves a Colosseum, Roman Colosseum level 3 roar. Come on. And I do feel obliged to add that while we may not need no education, it has its uses. So don't think about it. But finally, before you go, and that's really the end of the show, apart from one very important message. And I'd like to introduce the chairman of the school council, Robin Ng, who's got a very important thing that he'd like to come and talk to you about. So if you just listen for a couple of minutes.
That was wow, wasn't it? Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Robin Ng, and I'm the president of DLD Student Council. Let me begin with saying thank you for being such a great audience in this ceremony. I would like to take this opportunity to announce our charity events. We have successfully donated £2,500 over the past terms for Centrepoint and Cracking the Cancer Code charity organizations. We have come so close to our target, and we need 500 more to go. I sincerely hope, as we are leaving today, this place, we will accomplish this target. I rely on your generosity to finish what we have started. Apart from this, I would also like to wish you all the best. We cannot afford to slow down or sit back. We cannot lay out for 1 day or 1 minute or 1 second in this week, in this last week. I ask of you what has been asked of all our parents. I ask you to do your best. I know we all have this ability. We have a lot of work to do. Not now, not when there's so much revision to do. Once again, let us work like never before for these exams. As the principal has reminded us, never give in. The rest of the student council members will be collecting at the door. Thank you, and have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you.
As the audience show their appreciation and start to leave the church, I'd like to thank you again for watching the live feed of the DLD award ceremony. Join us next year from our new campus in Westminster Bridge Road. All that is left to say to me is thank you and goodbye.